stepping in. Number 5 changes. Sinfati, who he plays a centre-back, just drop in. He's a holding midfielder for today, so they've just got that defensive steal in the middle of the park. Henry is the right full-back shot for one, but not very close to there. Fourth consecutive time in the FIFA World Cup match for Australia.
There was a heading ball behind it, one more thing, see a short just drifting to the right side, a little bit more central.
Others. Here's Atia. Fati. Maybe he's the right back. Again, the strength and position of Harry suits up perfect in that exchange. And here's the last position of it. Here's the main player. Australians in the United States have made the trip to Dallas to recover the airport on both the east and west coast of America. Great to see.
They're trying to double over the shore, and Hayley pushing forward there on that right side. Causing a conflict H, she's taking one.
Chicago, Harrington, consecutive starts for Lewis Harrington. He's in the insulated Australia's youngest ever starter for the Socceroos at the FIFA World Cup.
Another opportunity now for the Socceroos in the set piece.
Distribution throughout the World Cup. A number of his own saves in that opening match against Turkey. Solid performance against Paraguay. He was under most strict against the United States. That's for sure. In Seattle, it was a hectic first half for him.
Yeah, the Popovic just come in. They didn't take it out. He was busy that night and really kept us in the game. But he knows the so early in his international career to be on such a stage. He's so himself in events. I think across. And you get in a short there looking to make blindside runs. So it's important the back five slide.
Mamush finds his way to a shoe. You can see he's rotating with the Solo in that space. Only through that delivery across. Solo on the ball. He's been a little bit conspicuous by his absence early on, but he's that type of player that can produce at the moment of absolute genius. And we see the club all country. An amazing record with Egypt, Redline. The impact he's had on Liverpool.
As well aware of Salah's threat, but again the Socceroos defensively, as we've seen in the previous 3 games, connected, closing space essentially.
Fati opens up the pitch once more for Haley. ZO1V is 86th tonight. Control with the window of pressure there from Roy Boss. Chakani. You can see Lucas Hilton is the one dropping. Chakani pushing up. Roy Boss too far.
We were down on that pitch earlier, and it is nice and quick. There's water on it. You saw it there when you first touched the skip across, skip away from him. That's nice and quick.
And they're going to have to adjust to that. Alfonso. And you know his footballing skills. Great to have a player of his technical prowess in the Australian lineup for this World Cup. Good work by Conrad Cuff. And she's shown a couple of nervous moments in this stage for the first time.
Well, that's twice now with his feet there, and just spoke about that pitch being nice and quick. I dare say that the Socceroos will pick on that, and anything now going back to him, we look to keep applying that pressure. It looks a little bit nervy.
He really does control the tempo in midfield. Breaks here for Hafez. And space to explore for Owen Bush. We know how the numbers here with Manchester City when injury break season ago. And that slows up, just got to get bodies behind the ball and they retain their shape.
Jackson just a little bit like we got what we see, just a little bit like in the same game. We're here for one. He's dribble fell in the dangerous area.
Zico only made his international debut in March or May, in fact. So, of course, against New Zealand, and this is a dangerous situation here also. There's got so many variations in this type of moment.
that much space. Before you get the back post is disappointing.
Unlike Australia at this World Cup, they've got the very title. You drop your card for one moment against the players of this World League.
That's the level is you're in the World Cup, you're over 32. It takes one moment and you'll be pushed.
World Cup for that man. You know that moment of show. Time for Australia to respond. Long throw from Chicago. Built on by Harry Sousa.
It's just falling there, and only on his left foot. Right decision to take on early. You see here, Metcalf with the other shot. Drops only on his left foot, and he just snatches at it. It goes wide. I'd like to see that sort to go part of Troy Box's left foot.
His eyes must have lit up there. He's yet to score in his 35 internationals and 30 today for Australia. And how effective he's been in the middle of the park with defensive efforts and pressure on the ball. He's been Australia's leader in that respect. But now we'll find out a little bit about what this class of 2026 is made of. Played early in the direction of Alpato. Harrington. O'Neill. 2-1. That's a clever ball over the line. He sits Alpato's face. Mr. Alpato. A shot. Had a little bit too much of it. And O'Neill takes over. Metcalf in the tight area. That's there for Zico. And now, they can be on the score.
And then Marmush drifted wide into space, coming in on his right foot. Harris stood up, the brick ball at the back, even cover. And a fantastic block with it. Look what always to be selling into the back post.
And that's exactly what we need to protect possession a lot better in the middle of the park, central in the direction of Irankunda. It was most effective in the first match against Turkey. There's Irankunda as a right left attacking player.
Yeah, against Paraguay, putting in a great shape, but he's definitely not a natural line. Tom's a little bit tougher. But he's back to goal. And so he likes to be able to move into space.
Absolutely defended well for the first quarter of an hour, just a couple of minutes. Maybe with the exception of this man who's showing a couple of signs of fatigue, Mustafa Jabir. And they have switched their central defensive partnerships. And Fatua is injured, which means Hafez gets a start left back. He's not pretty good early.
Yeah, these early signs in centre areas where they're trying to, like I say, overload those wide areas and exploit it.
And there's a little late to react. Shout from Harry Sousa and pose from Harrington. Let's go from Australia. And the central left three will be a real feature of this World Cup. Keep the fight, I'm sure that's the message. Get into the players.
There's plenty of time. This is a good start to get on the ball. It's been a decent action for the Socceroos. I'd like to see a little bit more aggressive touch on the press.
You can see hands up from Lewis Harrington. Not too many passing options there now. Nestory got the pocket of space. Here's Metcalf trying to dribble his way out of trouble. Gigatti. Tight space is put over the top by Irvine. Ross. possibly more prominent, the Socceroos a bit quiet. We know he's probably protecting a hamstring. There is a problem, but not enough to hit the bench today.
We're seeing here again now, opening up to the opposite side. The Shores are running 2 seconds into that wide area. Salah a little bit more central for Egypt. But he's been quiet so far, Salah. This is where you just like to see, you know, when we just really be a little bit more aggressive on the press. Egypt being able to just slowly move the ball, control the tempo of the game. You see here, I think what the technical call is just drifted in between Harry and Irankunda there. Harry sort of lost him. By the time he's run, thankfully for the Socceroos, offside. But there was a lot of space left there in behind. About 3.
Through the middle, and that's really a fair challenge, and that was sharp work by Brisbane Volhado. Page allowed to strike forward. I think he's going to be doing a lot more work in his own half than the attacking third in this match. Suter, Volhado, taking first touch and then the last challenge. Brisbane Page needs to look to the ring. And there's a sea of red there.
Nestory alone in the box. And we couldn't get that final ball, but again now we've spoken about the height. We have the height of this Egyptian side, but we need the delivery.
He will kiss the ball from Brisbane Volhado. He wants a picture of delivery. This is not the ball, of course, with such live. And this is getting played back to the back post. Harrison has some control here, and not a disappointing outcome.
Yeah, it is. That's another disappointing outcome. And I was talking about it with Chikabi, Suter, and Irankunda.
And there is Egypt showing the ball to the other goes to the Raiders.
This is long and it's dangerous.
And man, what goodness, this must be serious.
I'm bringing together men with particular caliber.
I understand you gentlemen are very good at killing people.
intensity with the delivery from both Hassan and Tony Popovic at the hydration break. We know how effective the breaks will be for Australia. We'll see if he never visited roster to be a few tweaks. Hassan will be very pleased with what's transpired. 5 changes, he's rotated his lineup. He's had some injury concerns. No under front tour. Machine is suspended for this match. Lee as well. And that man, I'm not sure. 32 international matches, 2 goals, both in World Cup play. That is quite some record.
Well, he's been a difference so far. He's been a threat, drifting out to that right side. With Haney trading over on page. And he's the man to pop up the back post and give Egypt the lead.
Fans, young and old, there is a magnificent amphitheatre of sport under the roof. It's very hot in Texas this time of the year. In the city of Arlington, in Dallas. It's all air conditioned, very comfortable. But the comfort level's not reciprocated by Australia. It was like being under pressure from the opening whistle. Let's see how they respond after this break.
Yeah, but just as we saw and spoke about it before the hydration break, can we get that press a little bit more aggressive? When we saw that there from Nestory, the Socceroos pressing high, winning the ball back earlier.
All smiles at his first press conference. Hassan mentioned repeatedly how he felt Marcelo was not quite right and he would be on the bench. And I looked at you at the time, Luke, and I thought, wow, I reckon there might be a little bit of a double meaning in this.
He's not the first man at this level to be throwing curveballs, especially here in the US. So a little curveball clearly, I think, but you know, you get that at this level.
And just the presence of him starting over for seniors. Who scored against it. Runs out of room. He was Australia's 11th individual scorer in World Cup football. And it's a Nestory, Irankunda, and what was a marvellous night in Vancouver. They've not scored since though. They need to require to get back into the match against Egypt. They've met 3 times if you include the Olympic Games of 2020, the first in 87, the President's Cup. Australia won 4-3 on penalties after a scoreless draw. Some great Socceroos for the year involved: Evolver, Charlie Yankos, Graham Jennings, Peter Rostopoulos, Harry McDowell, Alan Hunter, Frank Farina, Paul Wade, Graham Arnold, Oscar Crino, and Andrew Zee. Frank Howard was the coach on that occasion.
Just a fantastic switch there from Haney to have his Socceroos trying to close him in on the right side. And a superb ball from Haney to Ayers to open the pitch up.
That's it. Ibrahim. Great combination. No solo involved in that rotating superbly. So the early computer is working pretty well in this match. Isn't it the volume of possession he probably normally enjoys? Looks a little bit like Lionel Messi just walking through a match at the moment. And we know when you look at Lionel Messi and what this stadium has produced, he scored 3 of his 6 goals in this World Cup at this stadium, including breaking Miroslav Klose's record of most World Cups goals scored.
He's the Messi for Egypt, isn't he? And you know at any time, although he's been quiet thus far, at any moment, he can spring to life and change the game.
O'Neill, Page up the line. Irankunda on that small couple of his faces. A poor touch. And I saw Senior Bill Jackson on the pitch before the match. There's Isaac Antic.
There's Isaac and Isaac, he's there in attendance, obviously, supporting the Socceroos.
Behind. We'll run out of room there. his second goal of this FIFA World Cup. In fact, there is a great man, very casual on the pitch before match. I thought you were going to ask him for a selfie on stage, Luke.
I went down there and I'm thinking, I see, I don't get starstruck too often, but I have to say I'm a huge fan. The Socceroos that come from the press, and then you see the pace and power of Nestory to get across the front. They all come from the press. They do a sloppy pass by each on the front foot. And Nestory with his pace and power to be able to lead in front and do a foul in the defending side or give it again across the post. Trying to get it right over.
Big clubbers in the round after that. Coming together.
I'm not too sure if that's an injury or he's just trying to avoid a yellow card that potentially could be coming his way. They didn't go in for me. Yeah.
An excellent kick at right fullback for Egypt, who will start the back there from behind the side. He's looking at his knee, but the connection was a little bit lower down on the leg.
Well, we're going to have to go off now, which gives an direct advantage to the Socceroos.
And stay up for at least 60 seconds until the next stopping plays that will basically be able to the Socceroos to win. And that's exactly what players are encouraged to stay on their feet. Still be used to the water. Referee Socceroos produce here. Irankunda swings it left for in. And the quick skip third. And scored his first international goal against USA. And referees pick something out. And that was the foul. To Irvine. Red shirts on the ground.
Just showed a little bit of pain there on the Egyptian side. The defender on those crosses, doing the right delivery, staying on second balls.
Just got to keep on working, keeping the defensive shape on it. There's been opportunities on the right. We're seeing how dangerous Mr. Irankunda is when he's still in that pocket of space. Here's the release. There's his page. There's back to Irankunda. Reset through Sutar. Chikati. Irvine wants it early. Probably wants to go further afield, I think. Egypt spreading the pitch early on, really asking what was thrown in. Now they go through a real O'Neill, Page. Taking a look through this way. Page takes on Haley. And then this back post, and we're still in for Julian Moss. Probably had to show his best chance against Paraguay. And an outstanding natural drop of shoulder for Pato. Comes to playing Boss. Zero shows the ball.
That's good stuff. They get this out a little bit more aggressive and stuff about even when he wants the ball, we're actually playing a little, can we move the ball? Wow. Can we move the ball a little bit seat.
Medication was stopped by Alessandro Martinez. Another Martinez stopped Australia's progression later on with Cameron Cole having played chance against Eddie Martinez, but it didn't work out. The Socceroos have pushed Argentina all the way, as did your class of 2016 to Italy in Germany and Kazakhstan. And that's history. Australia in the present. There's signs that they're getting into this match now.
Yeah, well, that's what we'd love to see again, right? Every chance you get through this, you get Argentina in the next round. Obviously, they've got to face Cape Verde today. But we're an opportunity that'll be again. Irankunda. It's a great run from Nestory and behind. You see, they're very, very heavy. It's been the same on set pieces. That's something. If on at half time, Popovic and the coaches start to say, hey, be clever when you're around the box when they're like that, because there's been a lot going on.
For sure. Irvine trying to close it down. And I'm sure with the outside of the foot. For Pato looking. Good work for really just a pirouette, a lovely piece of skill there from Christopher Pato.
And that's a good feeling we've seen. He's got some tiny feet. And you just feel now the Socceroos just starting on top of the Egyptians. And a little bit nervous from the Egyptians.
How short. Irvine into the channel. For Pato. Trying to cross for a spin.
Tackle, but yet again, another set piece from the other side, so we'll see he's swinging from Popovic.
Swinging from the other corner, is swinging here, will change the outcome. This is for Pato, deep, and not that second ball, not going to get it. Chicani feeling wide. Scoring back was his page, with defensive awareness.
Again, you see him very handsy. We saw Harry sort of just say he went down in the box, trying to be dragged down. How many times have we seen it this World Cup? Penalties given for that.
There's been a bit of controversy with the VAR in the last few days.
Like I said, we've got Tony Popovic up the outfit and the question of the fourth official to keep an eye on that for the players to be clear about that.
That was direct, and too direct in the asking too much. It was his page who's momentarily switched fronts with Johnny Boss. Just keep an eye on that, Luke.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if that was a deliberate action or just as it comes from the set piece.
See that high press from Irankunda.
This has been the outlet for the Egyptians.
And maybe he went down with that knock and received attention off the pitch. He's back on as we get towards half time. And I'm not sure on the 13th minute. This goal separates the two sides in this round of 32. Egypt searching for their first knockout win of the World Cup. In the same category as Australia. In fact, they came out with their first World Cup win in the group stage against New Zealand. That's it.
Reaction from their play going down, crying wolf, and the referee reacting to it. So that's disappointing. I don't see that as a foul, and now we have to defend the set piece.
I'm sure lessons learned. You won't be sure on the end of this because he's one of the free kick takers potentially. Probably the in-swinger of Mohamed Salah or the right foot boot of Mohamed Ashura. So they're trying to keep their line disciplined. Referee wants Nestory Irankunda back from the free kick. It is Salah, with square, Artia. This time, Norwegians. And strong work by Tony Popovic. And all right. And really, it's athleticism and that work right up there.
Yeah, look, again, the set piece, short, trying to be Egypt. At that time, we were well aware of the plays at the back post, defending the box well. We touched on that getting that set piece again, you know, I mean, we touched on this as an experience Egyptian side. That was the experience for sure. To milk a free kick, to play act a little bit sometimes, you know, and you know, we talk about the youthfulness of this Socceroo side as well, that maybe can be a little bit clever at times.
Well, we fair to say, Luke, you share my view, there's been a little bit of disparity between, you know, referees letting play go and being open in that respect, and ones that just pick up those type of fouls.
Yeah, definitely, and like I say, the referee's never an easy job, but you hope that they can be consistent is the key.
Kick forward in the half of Nestory Irankunda, he runs out of room and we're coming forward with something, and there's absolutely nothing in that. Socceroos team needs to be applied in this kind of environment.
Well, I don't know that Pop will be wanting to get in at half time, be able to get his point across.
Possession for Egypt, but 41 for Australia. 9 in dispute. Australia with 5 attempts on goal to 3 corners. So they had that set piece threat, just haven't been able to profit from it. You see the match momentum. Very much early on, it was in Egypt's favour, but Australia had pockets of opportunity in this first half.
Yeah, there's times that we have managed to open them up. It's a little better when we're a little bit more aggressive. We get set in our shape and then wait for that moment, pick our moments to press, and when we do, press high, press aggressive, and they have to turn the ball over.
It's amazing to see myself in about second or third gear at the moment physically. It's certainly not 100% capacity, that's for sure. But still playing his part. Artie. Turns over, Irvine.
Definitely caught him there. He did take a ball and all, as they say.
And seeing that previous exchange when it was his way to onto the ball, there's just a lack of pace and explosion there from
see here, aggressive, the ball, and then, oh, it's very nice. Down the inside of the leg, you feel that one, and they don't know he's up. And this one.
5 minutes of additional time, of course, 3 from the hydration break. I was just going to make that point about Mohamed Salah not being able to close down as his age. So that explosiveness is not there. Doesn't mean he won't be effective in certain scenarios, though.
We've definitely haven't seen the best of him yet.
Still from a short. opens up. At first, here's Bush. Returns the favour. Trying to get bodies behind the wall. Now, he can have the reset, go direct. And the vicious header. There was plenty of defensive cover and very good work there by Lewis Irankunda.
Yeah, it was, but most of that's his intelligence. The timing of the run, it's off the shoulder, right sooner. Irankunda did enough. Yeah, he's still trying to find his range. He's made a fantastic running line, got in behind the Egyptians. Quickly to recover, close the space with Nestory. He's coming on his left foot and just couldn't get his foot around it.
He knows it's going to be. Something like that, that's exactly what he's going to do. Come inside. They're going to have it of course. Looks like they've brought that to the Socceroos. Boss. Most lucky for Australia. Aaron strives to get a midfield. O'Neill takes it in his stride. The box nice to get. Window of opportunity. Chants thinks about delivery to the back post. And a thing on there from Ashur. Next to the page. Ball in the deep post.
He's been dragged down by Harris. Nestory unfortunate not to get a bit more on the header. But I'd love to see a replay because Rapara looks like he was running tackle into the back post.
It was work between defenders. It's just sitting he's come off the body onto the arm right here. That was my read anyway on that replay. As a result, saved him from review.
That's some good signs for the Socceroos at the back end of this half. Causing problems for the Egyptians, getting the line, getting balls and bodies in the box.
O'Neill tries to move the ball for Ross. Chicago runs forward. Irvine. Volpato gets from position. Reads the pass so well, pushing Volpato. Held down by O'Neill. Here he trying to turn his round, and does so. Defender goes down. And then no call in the Australia's favour. Volpato. Here's the clean-ups. And that's all the hand that he's been from. This is Volpato. Marsh with the end of the first touch, but suddenly into the enormous pressure. O'Neill. Really hard to expand possession of Australia.
Johnny still down in the background.
And then we get forward to losing a player of his quality.
We're seeing Harris, he had two shots at Jordan Boss on the sideline before the rugby has come in and collected him.
We're really excited and happy for this showdown before, that's for sure. I'm not sure how many more times you need to see that.
No, look, I think it wasn't necessarily that one, but the two before that from Harris on the sideline was clearly, actually he was right, the tackles had he gone down really good drawn field. I'm talking about that experience of those players. I don't know how they call them, they would have gone down.
We'll keep an eye on Jimmy Boss, who's still receiving treatment on the edge of the field there in Dallas. Both nations chasing history. Egypt has taken the first step in that direction. What response can the Socceroos conjure? Martin Lee and Sarah Ross, Tony Popovic break down the first 45 for you right after the break.
Socceroos fans, how are we doing out there, boys? Plenty of opportunities. Let's go over this side, folks. Let me know that. Hey, folks, let me know it. The team is working hard to fix the series. The team is on out and doing what they can. Make sure we have fun, folks. Water's at the back. Bathrooms are there. There's food available for you. Who's out there supporting Egypt? Who's out there supporting the Socceroos? Folks, so many opportunities. Second half coming up. Stay with it. The team is working hard to fix the screen. And we'll eventually look after each other out there. Security's on their side. Give it up for security, doing a great job. They're going to do all they can to fix it. Is that having a good time out there? Stay loud, stay proud, keep them behind the Socceroos.
Cristiano Ronaldo went close early, a strike from distance, but oh so nearly got the Socceroos up to the perfect start. But here on their highlight, it wasn't to be, and Egypt took their first opportunity. So the Aussies trail at the break. It's Egypt 1, Socceroos 0. Welcome to the halftime show. Nick Holmes alongside Martin Lee, Sarah Ross and Tony Popovic. Some worrying signs for Joey Boss right on straight at halftime. We saw at halftime whistle he went. This is what happened afterwards. He managed to get to his feet, but on there, Millsy, it didn't look good for that left man.
Obviously, we hope for the best of his words, because that's a massive loss for us. So if you look at the Aussies bench at the moment, we don't really have anything even close to right to right in terms of the attacking output that we get from Joey Boss. I think all the replacements that we will be naturally more defensive.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be Jason Berrier who comes in. If it isn't like the life, I mean, I can't see anything too easy. That team really looks in the
shift to the right-hand side because they are already short.
Yeah, I would say I agree with Bushra here that it needs to be done. I think there's been too many late challenges. Halfway's only having 2 minutes in the title cup has been fantastic for that fact, but I was completely late with 3 and a couple of those. So, look, you can see the early goal, that's what happens. Teams like this could be able to manage the game, and it's really a tough second half for them to come out and have a bit more present, particularly without going.
What's the latest on the Australian camp for Irankunda during such a time?
Firstly, pretty distressing watching Joey Boss get carried in. What do you make of the incident? Just heartbreaking.
Terrible tackle. From what we understand, the referee played advantage. He doesn't come back and look at the play. Yeah, disappointing, but we've got to move on and we'll be better in the second half.
Obviously, just a bit of a scrappy goal from their point of view, but plenty of runs and that.
Yeah, we're disappointed with that way. Chipped off the set piece. We pride ourselves on not getting really well, getting out. We kept them on side, but I think for us, it's about keeping the ball. Once we get to 5, 6, 7 passes, we seem to find opposite space. And if we can do that better in the second half, I know that will create more opportunities for us. That's right.
Socceroos assistant coach Paul comment there at half-time. The Socceroos clash with Egypt. As we have a look at highlights from verse 45, the Socceroos gave away a free in a very dangerous position and are forced to pay for.
Yeah, we saw earlier in that one part, probably at the time of the half, was a brilliant strike with his left foot. He was finding his little pockets of space. This was his effort on the half, and his decision making did let him down on a couple of occasions. But I think this on the right-hand side means he really working for that pace, still be boss using his pace towards the threat, wasn't it?
Yeah, he is. He's a constant threat, but again, you see how when he does get past, very limited numbers in the box and in the box. I think that our best opportunities moving forward, I think they've been more vulnerable in terms of not giving the ball up a lot in both areas as well. If we can be valuable enough to get pressure on the ball, I think we'll just enjoy it.
Irankunda such his player on Martin, his just lack of awareness in the strike, and it's meant to be cold side, first side, but he's just got to do better. But sure, he's scored against Irankunda, was fantastic.
Yeah, I think conceding the same as a piece is always a hurdle, so I won't be happy with that. We did have a few moments after that. We saw offset pieces and we were actually disappointed that these long throws from Socceroos caused a bit of chaos. We know Egypt, they're not comfortable defending these kind of long throws, are they?
No, they're not. You see, it does become a little bit chaotic. They do struggle. We've seen that previously from them as well, but we're sort of looking now, I think, to really find something that's repetible in the way that we play. I think you see even the end, most of our players being decent. If we can see some of our own team doing the box, this is a fantastic position.
You did mention set pieces there, Tony. Interesting tactic in the first half, and we've seen it throughout the World Cup so far. That floating long ball, not working at the moment.
Well, I think with the size we've got, if you get the delivery right means at pace, and you make good timing of your runs in the box, it's almost impossible to defend. So I think that we're allowing the defenders to get the pole position and making it more difficult than it needs to be. So that's been, it's not such a huge weapon for us. I think it's been a very disappointing part of our game this whole tournament. But I think just more broadly, look at the chances that there. I think Nestory has been too outstanding up front. With and without the ball, when we're pressing, it's him pressing the low and just picking us up. And with the ball as well, when we do go on to him, we're no one's pushing up for the second ball.
Tony Popovic, we've got plenty to think about at half-time, big half-time talk underway. As we speak, we'll take you back to the second half in Dallas for half and say.
I'm bringing together men of particular caliber.
Some gentlemen very good at killing people. We have a license to very bad.
Steve!
more colour accuracy, better contrasts, lack of dramatics. It's
The world is changing, and so is AGM. Proudly Australian, we continue to meet the needs of Australian families and businesses for over 185 years. Join the change.
this isn't just football. This is everything.
The margin between glory and heartbreak, zero. Every goal. Every rally.
And every try. This is the best on the club. Only on Socceroo.
Did you know salsa was invented when Puerto Ricans took Cuban rhythms to New York? Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was born when the Japanese took judo to Brazil. When North African flying traditions made Spanish dough, Spain made the churro. After Jamaicans took their sound systems to the UK, the World Cup come. And this is what it was when 48 nations meet to play one beautiful game.
That's cute. I'm gonna be so big. I don't even be able to walk down the street.
The future is already here.
Next starts
Now.
Football soccer. So, we feel good. But that's just the beginning.
Tell us everything.
What about big drama, movies, and OJs? The good stuff, cool stuff, all spicy stuff. Stuff like, I heard this, and ooh, what's that? This is a streaming service we didn't know we needed. This is SBS On Demand, and it's all free.
Welcome back to Dallas Stadium in Texas, where the Socceroos are about to make time to get into the second half. They train Egypt 1-0 at the break to what's no doubt Egypt, who are on the cusp of half-time. It looks from those pictures like Cartoon and the player Troy Jackson. Mark Morgan, a whole heap for Tony Popovic to think about at the break. Does that injury cause not just one change, but potentially more?
Yeah, look, I think it does. I think something does need to change, and I don't think it all has it at the moment. Obviously, just the right and like for like at the moment, but it's a tough situation because traditionally we've spoken about Nesta not being able to play 1 minutes, but we need someone like Nesta on the pitch. So that's why I thought at half time we may have seen Nesta move into that left-hand side potentially at the cost of Irvine. I just think this game, Irvine's a fantastic player, but this game, Irvine's enough. We need someone in there that pushes that cup in there, opening that space for Irankunda and right top. But time will tell, he's going to have to make a move at some point if they can change the scene.
Yeah, I think that's the key, is that you're losing that kind of attacking thrust on the right-hand side in the wing-back role, so you need to make up for that ability somewhere else on the pitch. So I think that if this score stays the same going into the second half, it's only a matter of time before he has to tweak things. And I just think as well, it's more about the intent of our team rather than the personnel. I think we need to be more positive, more proactive in our press too, because they have turned the ball over a lot of times in their back third. So I think we need to learn a lesson from that and get in their faces.
At the risk of bringing you back to personnel, we haven't seen Nestory and Irankunda on the field together since match day 1. Is this the time?
Yeah, I think by doing that, you obviously have someone in the box, right? Obviously have that threat. I would love to see Irankunda on the left at some point, and I like that everyone switch out and really start to play a little bit more attacking in midfield as well. It is they make a statement to Egypt. They're going to play out this match. I think we've seen on the ground and there's going to be lots of games to be played.
And that's where it can be all these other good box as well. So you've done and I think it's nice, not saying goals towards the back end of the season. These straps you've got to as hard as the opponent.
I was in the right back for Egypt's been tested, not on that cup, and let's see Irankunda up against him.
History on the line in Dallas. There are no second chances from here. Let's take you back to your commentary team, David Bashir and Will Wilson.
Normally, you would have to pull out his way, but thankfully with the Socceroos, he's put it wide. He most certainly had Nestory and Irankunda in his mind's eye.
Not sure what his definition of foul is.
But I like from Chicago, anybody across, they're talking about that being clever in these areas, drawing a foul in these dangerous areas, where we get people in the box, where we're being threatening. We just need that delivery.
Leaves the right foot, making the wheel, gives us where Harry suits up. Centering here, but the king is just a sea of red there. And here's second part of it. Exploited by Australia in oppositions.
And that's when we talk about the right that we have and the strength we have in that area, making use of it. We see the Egyptians sometimes when they go up, knowing that they can't win the ball, we look to try and draw a foul, drag the referee into a decision, and it's thankfully causing problems of balls into the box.
First time after coming together with Irankunda in memory. Also, this shoot protocol headings.
So the guy catch up for he was out. He looks very boggy. So I'm not too sure about the medical staff decision to actually continue.
The referee has to be satisfied with the end shot. Giving him the right information. No doubt that Egypt will try and take the sting out of any momentum Australia. With music in the second half. the mental World Cup obstacle Australia has to get through to progress. Here's O'Neill. His touch as well. Knocked down by Harrington.
Fantastic touch composure from the 18-year-old.
Really control the hot ball superbly. Comes out to Sutar. And did finish the half impressively Australia. And now Sutar has to double down. Scans the horizon for any pending trouble. Gets himself a little tangle with the Mo-Salah on his hip. You can tell just by that action. Salah is not trying to close down any space.
No, he definitely hasn't put himself out. He's waiting and trying to pick his moments so impact the game.
Well, Parto showed his best play in the first half. In the end of this week, no whistle for Parto, who lost the first challenge. Looking at the back post. And it's his patrons there, not the right man. In that situation, O'Neill carries it forward.
He's given the throwing. He doesn't even tell anything. I think the throw was at least that throwing. Play a whistle for him back his game. Just look at that product.
We look at the opponents we saw over here, and hasn't been big matches at international level, certainly in South America. And the Copa Sudamericana, the FA Cup competitions, yes, but I think by far away this is his biggest disappointment. Parto, Rich.
And he's going to have a lot to deal with in the second half because, like I said, there's a lot on the line. This is an experienced Egyptian side who will look to play the game in their way, draw fouls, manipulate it.
Caught. And Wood takes over. That's exactly what Monsignor said at the break. They are treating the league. Australia needs to protect the ball a lot better. Very quiet. Good line.
Socceroos connected, follows on space essentially, nation in defence.
Half-X, what about delivering across? ZO comes short. They brought up through Ibrahim, and was short. And now the one stop to Mozart. own goal. Haysom. And who knows, he had suffered a pretty heavy head knock, what, 10 minutes before the own goal went in?
He certainly did. Looked to me from up here that he was out. The players rolling over, but the medical team cleared to carry on. Fortunately for the Socceroos.
Haysom. A pretty sharp winger for Egypt. Good spread of the pitch too. Scott's had a good match, Hafez. He's not a little fortunate to avoid the yellow card. And he thought about delivering the cross first time. Brings in Haysom. Now it opens up to Mohamed Haney. So the first couple of matches in Mohamed Zero, so we've got the mob-off at the moment. Sal versus Zero. I'm looking forward to that. Maybe from the outset. Substitution will play a huge part, as will fitness, as this match edges towards perhaps extra time.
Yeah, it will, most certainly. You know, the Socceroos obviously have more time, plenty of recovery time between games, and a younger team squad. We know the Egyptian squad has a lot more experience, but Lex can definitely play a part.
Still many cool heads on the pitch, but we've made that point in the build-up. No foul against Irvine. Put forward by Sultan. Harrington, a clean, sure touch. He reads it so superbly. Oh, lovely. Step over there from Zero, Turkey. So working hard, Page.
Great action from Popovic up to win that ball up high.
Page, more dangerous area. That way.
We're only 10 stories up, but I saw that out.
Harrington. A touch and a delivery. And I'm sure it's picked up so much attention from the big clubs in Europe.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Some of the performances from all these Socceroos definitely will put them in the market.
And knows when to play forward and when to be conservative. And that's instinct as a defender. Sure, up the line. Irvine feels wide. Some Pally captain who been playing their second tier of German football if he remains with the club. Not sure Conor Metcalf will. I think he's set for a departure. So they're trying to maintain their energy.
Yeah, seeing patience with the ball. There's no need to force things early when it's not on. Going forward, wait for the moment. Move the Egyptians around.
A pretty even spread of possession, 43% for Australia, 47% for Egypt, and 10% in dispute. Australia had more chances in the match. So they deserve this moment to try to force their way into the round of 16. Sure hasn't got the pace to get past Hafez, who's under pressure. under a probing, trying to find that passing in with that opening. O'Neill, angled ball to Rustic. Sure, deep in his own half to in the first match against Belfast as a late substitute.
Shows the intensity, the mental pressure.
And remember, their first choice left back, Ahmed Fatua, is injured. So they don't have a natural replacement. Two per position. And it looks like Karen Hafez, the 30-year-old from the Pyramids Club, is maybe over. Interesting with Aiden Rustic. He plays in the Eredivisie with the Raptors, but he's without a club.
He's, like I said, he's very similar to Alfaro. Can't open up a defence. He did that there for a moment. But now to the time, who's going to be the one to put that name etched into history? Step up and create the moment magic that we need to win a game.
Well, they draw the experience of Michael Trezeguet from Alapti. 24 goals in 19 international matches, so it's heading up to 100 caps for his country. Scored a third goal against New Zealand. In its only World Cup victory in the history. And nearly 100 years of World Cup play.
Question is, how many of those caps has he played in the backlash?
That is a very good question. I'm suggesting not too many.
Well, we're about to see if his defensive call is in his last 10 to 15 minutes. He's just coming to his own, and you can see the confidence and belief. But again, just getting your body in the way, drawing the foul. And we ask the question again. With his ball into the box.
Well, he really seeks the straight field. They've got the physicality, the fitness, the vibrancy of it into can that translate. And Hassan Hassan getting a little pop under the hole, although he hasn't got one. The fourth official. It's a hold up goals. O'Neill. Holds the ball and looking for Sutar. Wants the header. Looks up. No back here. Initially the common cuff. But if one just couldn't react quickly enough. Sorry! And that's how he comes up on the Egyptian defender. It was a fair ball to contest. And that's exactly what the Socceroos is arguing.
There's no doubt it's a fair ball to contest. There's no doubt there is some contact, fair, heavy contact. Which will be covered. But again, the ball takes a lot of the comes to right. Where the ball suits up with nothing but ask for the ball. Have a little bit of contact there.
Well, the one's not very easy. I never likes it. Fantastic work. The instinct for that was really falls out for play. The rugby's made of some stern stuff. Maybe some of his teammates should take his cue a little bit in the way they recover from loss.
You're always going to come off second best if you've got a very Suter bearing in on you like that.
Great touch by Mosai. He's marked by Livingston. Marked even though he's not at 100%. Here's Trezeguet. Three threats for him. The cutback is good for a sure. Australia have a strong defensive line. And got themselves a rules and good
Well, we're trying to score early. Some fantastic defending here with Trezeguet. Getting his body across him. Keeping his body between him and the ball. Needed to be good defending. We're seeing Trezeguet come on. Maybe not a defender, but he's going to give us
Here's Australia. Prominent, the Socceroos fans in the fan zone outside the stadium. And of course, the Egyptians providing great cover.
Unfortunately, here there, maybe a little turn the ball over. But you speak on the atmosphere and you actually look around and you feel it. The place is trembling. Can it be someone to find a winner to set this place alight?
They don't do low-key very well in Texas, do they?
Everything's bigger and better, I'd say. From what I'm seeing these last couple of days, I can't disagree.
A big state for big personalities, that's for sure. Here's Tricia. So much experience with him. Very wary they are. They're straight on the counter attack. That's why they want to keep the ball in key areas, Egypt.
I never seen any passages where Egypt can have the ball. They shift it from right to left, right and open up the Socceroos. The Socceroos disciplined. And so far, Egypt being unable to pierce through that defence.
Sure. Tries to play a little quicker. Giddy. Awesome. Got a sharp turn of foot. Tries to get outnumbered. Breaks the run here. I'm sure that's a run. Socceroos desperate to get Nestory on the ball in the threatening area. Bounces back. Also good threatening. And that's a well-timed run. Well-timed here. That's it. What is it away here? There's some teasing. He's all left foot. To the back pass.
He's at the stay in the game mentally when he's scored upon. He's coming out there. See early goal and a good strong hand because it was a dangerous ball.
This one's looking threatening. Good shoulder. The ball is once more. Tries to the dangerous area. And it's slipped away by Vucic. Well done. Transition. right on the spot. He's hard out for Australia. He's been very effective late in the middle of the park for the Socceroos. Sure, trying to apply some high pressure on Egypt playing out. Here's Rabia.
This stage of the game, you don't see the team going to go all out to try and win it. Knowing that they could be an extra 30 minutes waiting very, very shortly.
I think Australia may be feeling a little bit more comfortable about the prospects of extra time.
I dare say as well, we've spoken a lot about the fact that they feel like they're the fittest team here at the tournament. And all the hard work that they've put in preparing for this.
Here. Trezeguet. About to hit the line. And over the top, Trezeguet makes a great run. Time to hit the line for a corner. It is 5 minutes of additional. That's 2 minutes of freedom. Operation break.
He's not Trezeguet out of that position. He's been got through the forward runs in behind. It's twice he's been behind him and balls down. But they can cover. And now on the defense set piece.
The two superstars of Egypt have been eligible for the second half. Irankunda and early chance to up the belt. Been very quiet and slow in the side of Irankunda with the corner right at the beginning of injury time. He also kept it in with a dead first touch. Hassan drops the shoulder and delivers back post. Number 3 for Australia.
You see the awareness now when the short corners are going. The ball's knocked out for those second actions back in the box. Everything dealing with the ball. Needed to some good runs and good delivery.
Also, it's been really lively. It's been a good addition for Egypt. Opens up for him.
Again, that delivery to the back post. Trezeguet. Jordan able to deal with it. Constantly looking to get in behind Jordan Trezeguet on the left side. Should be very mindful of it. It's a threat for Egypt.
He did apply the pressure in injury time. That one really come back really well. Helped on my page. And also needs to be sure to the number 12 for Egypt.
Unfortunately, not to the Socceroos, and as we head down in the last few minutes, on the back foot.
Use exactly the technology addition to this World Cup. That's why the assistant is saying this right, please, before confirmation. It is a corner to Egypt. We are halfway through the 5 additional minutes in this match. So we use the defending situation right. And that's very simple. And then it's in the way. It's more likely away from Australia's danger zone. Artia with a flick. Delivered well. to wear some serious pressure in the last 7 or 8 minutes. Nice to get over by this man, Hassan.
Yeah, it's been a big search. He's kind of on that side. Jersey guy also on the left.
I think we'll pass on into that short. Let's start the soldier of the life. Here he is on the ball. And we'll get you back to it.
History on the line in Dallas. Extra time is next.
How you doing there, Socceroos fans? How do you touch the pitch? Official word is just going past online Australia's favourite pitch. Head coach from Irankunda here. If you're doing it here, you'll be re-spring on the way in. Obviously, extra time coming up. Waters at the back, toilets, coffee available at the back. Hey, let's keep cheering the Socceroos, folks. You're out here at Tumbalong Park. Let's bring the Socceroos home.
Coach said, practice makes
Nice. That was easy. Practice makes perfect.
With new comprehensive health insurance, every opportunity is on yours.
Steve! No. Are you going to witness something truly incredible? Sorry, you're right here. It doesn't matter. What matters is this. I know. More colour accuracy, better contrasts, like from Madison. It's ouch. Getting up to these sweet water cut pens is a real pain in the back. Hey, game's on soon. I'm on for a challenge. BB3, power of the year. Just get in the...
Stop judging.
Of course, you just do it automatically. Show off.
At home, we're on a mission to help inspire other kids and to get active too. Which is why we're proudly sponsoring kids sports programs all over the country, like Home's Mini Groups. It's a great way to get kids moving and to support local communities. Goals, proudly supporting Mini Groups.
Capcom kicking off their $40 million stock clearance. With massive savings on an amazing range of carpet, timber flooring and window coverings. Be quick to score these deals before the final whistle.
You want to see this in order to
on SBS.
Finished 1-1 after 90 extra time away in this round 32 clash between Australia and Egypt. Mike Milligan said, watch Tony the Socceroos kept things pretty tight since they equalised. What's their approach now is first game to
Well, I think they'll be looking to get away from it over the elbow, so I think they have activity, especially in that last 5-minute period. And I think their changes made a big difference, and our changes came on at a time where Egypt was starting to get a little bit of ascendancy back in the game. So yeah, it will be interesting. I think also to see Egypt really come out with that same intent as they finish the game.
Yeah, that's what I think you could say as well, is that standing mistake from Hackbeat to keep us in and to give us this extra 30 minutes. I felt like we were hanging on for dear life at the end there, but this is spot on. I think we were playing too deep at the end. We need to get, I think our nerves to get further on the pitch, and you know, I think in the front third, we have looked at threat and set pieces, these types of things. There's still more than one only to goal, isn't there?
Yeah, I do feel like we did changes that they just said that Roland Trezeguet is a fantastic exercise and lightly down the right hand side. I mean, Australia's been really, I think, conscious of not letting themselves on all these players and attack. And I think if we are going to get this, it's going to be, I think, rugby playing where Egypt is going to win on the score and Terrorists are more likely to see to get on board.
Even terms of the game level in Collins, some good areas around Shrew and Billy inside the box. Just about that composure in that moment.
And there's yeah, I'm not sure who's come off yet. O'Neill's off. Potentially, if you look at as well, he's going to actually be very good in the second half. But he will give you a little bit more on the ball right here. It looks like Irankunda is coming on as well. Difficult to see who's coming off, but that should give us a little bit more energy.
A huge 30 minutes of football to come. With the ball to take for the Socceroos and Egypt, let's take you back to your country team. And Rich.
So we'll just see the reveal and ball over extra onto the pitch for extra time for Australia. First experience with our reveal his first appearance on the Senior World Cup. Of course, he was part of the squad 4 years ago.
I think you know, putting so much over the course of this tournament. Popovic looking for the legs, but now getting some. You see the legs on the foul, which is good.
Yeah, the other player making the way he's on the cup and puts a power work.
We see the impact of the fresh legs that Egypt had. He's spoken a lot about everyone here in the squad is here to play whenever called upon. Now is the moment.
Early free kick. Australia are the first score against Socceroos in the farewell match for Australia. One of the Castillo man who plays the second tier of Spanish football. Helped on by Irvine. Years of age, he's so experienced on all the drill. We'll give him the right to play each of this extra time period.
We saw the changing for Egypt. The third for the outside on the ball. The ball went from in the box was superb. But it would not be start paper.
This is where they have to be wary. We've got very deep as we heard from the Tony Popovic, the break. Australia just keep a little bit higher line.
Yeah, if you get too deep, you see riding pressure. We saw that time and time when you get balls in the box, unable to get out.
So, a little threatening late in the match with Mason's introduction.
We're seeing even Hassan there, drifted to the right. You're seeing Hassan drifted to the right on the box. See how he on his left foot, look for that in-swinging ball to the back post.
And here he is now. Does that so well. Anticipation from the other side. There's an underdog behind his coaches.
This is just the experiences of Larry looking on the move off the back of as he's playing quickest to react. Forwards on his weak right foot. Then putting for the Socceroos, he snatched his over up and just shows the threat to say he's been cruising through this game, keeping himself, waiting for his moments. And that's the experience of the ball of someone like myself.
Yeah, he's been managing his body to this point. Everything in it, out of the match. We've seen so many Liverpool strips actually in the Arlington area in anticipation of myself coming to town.
Make it right down.
Exactly. It is a situation that let's hope Australia play with some freedom and ambition in this extra time period. For sure. Right here. Should be defended by Harrington. Make sure that the touch was outstretched too. So hard on the control. We're going to be hard to lead back to us. And we've got that Patrick Rich. A couple of efforts. He hasn't had the volume of saves he made in the first match against Turkey, but that's the last effort to get really for extra time was nothing short of sensational.
You can't underestimate, yes, the save, but it's. As a goalkeeper, you have to remain in the game. It's hard when you're not being busy. He's not being busy, but to stay on for that moment, that crucial moment. And boy, was he on. Up to the task. Saving the Socceroos, bringing us into this extra 30 minutes.
Egg-shot. Local egg-shot to Chicati, who wants it. The short option, and the bill provider. Looked like a foul. It's not the way the referee saw it.
I think Mo just needs to get his body between the defender and secure that ball up and just not flick it. Take the ball, lead the play.
Yes, sir. That's it. Always leading tidy in the midfield. So we're all over the defenders area. Getting in reach there by Mobile. That's clever. With one, sorts the street out. Gets it forward to the right. He's strength and he really hold up. Yeah, he's paid. We saw everyone for the proof of Australia. He got that foul on Irvine.
Yeah, there's something left in here, just a little bit late left on Irvine. Clearly a foul. To get us out. It's been a tough start to this first period of extra time.
So the fresh legs of Aiden Grosich and Paul O'Connell, as well as Alan Mobile and Mohamed Siraj. Can they have an impact in this extra time period? 2 halves of 15 minutes. Egg-shot.
Super ball from O'Connell there. Very sort of with a reverse ball, runs to Grosich. Let's go to the Socceroos.
That's for sure.
It was pleasing to see us get that ball into home. Play some forward in a bit of space. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with an end product. But you need that skill with the ball as well. You got the man like Mabiro coming into the game to try and feel their way into the game with the ball.
Sure. Abdullah with Rabia. Hearts here looking to pick out a pass and giving this man a little bit too much space and freedom. There's the ball once more. Seems as if made to get into a great area, but just putting it across.
He's shown the three there again. Great ball from here out. Isolating. We know he's a three, always let put. We're trying to get cover on the inside there, which we did, but he's shown that his acceleration on the outside of his age. We know an experienced defender. Yeah, some of that young and sharp, but sometimes I haven't seen him do that, so it's definitely a threat.
That's a great intervention by Chicane. Real strong, trying to play in as far as South Australia wanted to. Of course, playing that time at Adelaide United in the A-League. I'm sure the live side of a lot of guys pumping at the moment. Treasurer. Right. Hayden. Hassan. Those ball scores have been excellent since he came on in the second half. Cross the ball rated, but numbers from Australia.
That was the experience at his age there. Every time that ball gets out of time, he's not sometimes got one thing he's more and that's to go. And as he's now, he's just dropped him up a little bit further, giving him a little extra yard. He saw his feet up, so he dropped up an extra yard. Can you ask the question? And then he's sitting backwards. Can't get too close to him.
That's enough on that challenge, and it's over the top.
Yeah, I think it's also, I think he scored that ball that's bounced out there from the linesman, but truly well. Like Jim took a couple of challenges, but just haven't had that spell with the ball. Can't get a hold of it.
So we make 5 substitutions, we get an extra one for extra time if needed by Tony Popovic.
Look across the board, you know, obviously as he's one of the more experienced players that have been asked all the questions out there on the left.
Sure. And that's already been set aside in contrast with the coach of Egypt that just made the 3 changes.
See a little bit of frustration there from Egypt. She was shooting from distance. That beach we delighted to see him taking that on. It obviously shows that Egypt have got some more fresh legs to come on. But again, like I said, these 5 changes that we've made, you need to try and feel your way to the game, especially with the ball, get up to the tempo. So hopefully they're going to grow now into this extra time.
They'll be written by both sets of fans. Match in the balance at 1-1.
The biggest thing is just mentality. I'm going to be the one to make the difference. I'm going to win this game. We've seen that from Hassan and Trezeguet coming for Egypt and want to try and win this game from him. We've got to announce that Someone is saying, like, give me the ball. Give me the ball, I'm going to be the one.
You see, the match was so assured in possession. Japan was saying one ball from there from Automobile.
Yeah, you just didn't see the second movement from Automobile. Again, just shows this second half, first half of extra time, we haven't been able to keep a hold of that ball for long enough, and again, back into our defensive shape.
Making management choices.
Certainly, but the experience of the Egyptians is showing that back into obviously normal time and this first half of extra time.
Australia trying to profit from any drop from the bench balls, and you see the frustration there. Countless. Flying his arms in the air is held back by the time.
Somebody's options out for the yellow card. Probably one of the few times that as he's been able to get on the other side of Hassan, an opportunity for us again to deliver this ball into the box and bring the likes of Harry, Brampton and Chicago through. What we've been afraid has been able to get straight balls into the box.
The silk of Ivan Rustic. Set piece. Good angle and distance to get one of the top players for Australia. Doesn't get the shot right though.
And you can see there, Harry's made a run towards the middle of the back post. Was there already down in Chicago, coming around the back, but unfortunately couldn't quite get there.
And there is the first period extra time has elapsed. Egypt carried the most threat in that first 15-minute period, but it remains 1-1 in this round of 32 matches Dallas.
It was tight, it was cagey in Dallas, neither side with any clear-cut opportunities in that first period of extra time. Martin Lee's going to watch Tommy. What are you looking to change, Tommy? Are you trying to win before pens?
No, I think that's not what they're doing. I think they're just trying to sell on the ball and kind of release some pressure for our back five. Open his ball in to do that. I think his technical ability, and he has shown a ball in a couple of moments that you can see when we attack, we're not really attacking the numbers, are we?
No, very well has offensive energy, especially with those first few minutes when he came on, and definitely that's going to be important. I think we still need to start this second half of extra time positively. We don't want to set the tone, and it's hard, it's very difficult to do that. We don't want to set the tone just not for Australia.
And we've got Abdel Karim coming in for Mamush. It's, we've got another Sutton break. How do we go about that?
I don't think you want to change much. I think you obviously got players like Milos Session on the bench, very bit of experience in kind of the shootout, so we'll see if that comes into play. But I think Papa will be pretty comfortable with how he's playing.
We will have the time as well, he's got enough to know there's two playing certain reasons and making changes. We need to make sure that now is going to back down, but also then we have to specify how we back down.
Tony Popovic with some big words all right up for these Socceroos into the second period of extra time. They're chasing history in Dallas. Can they do it or are we headed for the penalty shootout? Let's take you back to your commentary team there in Dallas. David Bashir and Luke Wiltshire.
Thanks, Steve. And we can see the youngest player in the Egyptian squad on the pitch, Hamza Abdel Karim, who is on the books of Barcelona. I'm showing the great senior play for you, has been retained by the club, such as the first paper they each show the young man. And he's come off the bench in every match of the group phase.
That's another threat there, coming off for Egypt. Obviously on the front corner in the first half. Something we have to monitor and deal with.
Not too much conviction, it was a hard one to show that pace.
through it, can we get another one? I just feel with the legs that will come on with Mo, with Alba and Aiden up there, we can press a little bit higher because they come on with those first legs, so how can we use that? Yeah, this one of the defender from Chicago, he had people running away, going down, drawing the foul. Better start to be second up from Socceroos up. Like I said, on that front foot, just a little bit more. Superb run from Rowan, get the space now, watch Chicago.
We're on trying to knock up the ground for the week, going all the way through the Patrick Beach. What more purpose of the second 15 to start anyway for Australia?
A lot more we need, like I said, we need to see Mo, we need to sort of balls in one.
So he's stretching the legs. And that's an unlucky angle. Just a little bit more from up.
I think there he's just got to turn out and kick the ball. There's nobody in the box, he's aware of that. Just kick the ball. Bring out someone else into play.
Now gets to seize potential for Australia. We have a mention by Suter.
Motion's running high now, over on edge.
Sure. The position is so well, he's got alertness and awareness.
How many times have we seen this happen and it goes in the other side of the corner? Thankfully, the different straight to Popovic's hands.
Skips half-run challenge. Hostage shots return the flavor. And the ranking back the other way to Sutherland, Australia. There is a pass. And the Egyptian captain myself. And that's the goal very quickly. And he was not allowed to.
I see that parents at 18 years of age were there, being clever, like an experienced pro. Just clearly wanted to break down the threat of the transition of the Rossa. You know the foul, so the foul, so well, everyone get back on the ball.
Pretty much marking the likes of Marcelo and unfortunately he's already had a go of Leo Messi and Marco Royce in the MLS and his latest origin. Consistently raising the bar of expectation. Here's Hassan. Again, it's on the shoulder.
Seeing the change of pace on that side. A real throw down his right hand side for Egypt.
Abdul Mahdi. Looking for that passing angle. Sure can put it by angle. So to Atia will come as the central option. Out to Karim. Ducati. Who stands the first shot to Rory VAR and share the same view.
see the Socceroos again, desperately defending their box.
Here's one shot. Opens up for us. Yeah!
You can feel the tension, you feel the Egyptians going. But that man Irankunda still standing up the road, getting his body away, everything at home.
There's a red light you can see. It's now time for the Socceroos to stand up once more. Going in place, Susan. Nice as well. And where's that armband as a badge of honour for Australia? And some good way out though. Maybe enough to play here for engineers.
Slipped out through there, Jackson Irvine. Will defend another set piece up.
And the long shot this time to Atia.
Standing firm in front of everything. You see this, it's on its way to the top corner. Whether we can get there or not, but Harry, no risk, gets his head away. 500 more, and incredible for the Socceroos. True captain's knock.
Sun takes over. South Mills wide. So much pressure in this extra time period before the last 5 minutes of regular play. And Sutan is extra 2. This is exactly what he did in Qatar, Australia's best player. He's the only control world. And then you cool heads in these moments, Australia. Harrington, this time doesn't play forward, and makes the right choice too.
Best off from the Socceroos there. It's a little bit of the ball, takes the sting out of this game.
Here's a run from Marchur. I've got the blessing. Being decided pretty quickly it wasn't the case. We intervention by Husic and Tumbalong as well. Coming together with both sides. Here's a one shot. Charles Nestory with Irankunda passing around as well.
Just that tension, you feel it, everyone knows, you feel it. There's one goal, it's going to be the winner. Absolutely super tackle. Using every bit of that little free he has. That's how he gets into the box. Got past Husic. But Harrington was here to save the day. Again, another set piece to defend.
And then they go square to the same man, Atia, returns the favour. Pace can't take away in the areas that he's most familiar in.
We've managed it thus far.
Atia. That's everywhere, including another Kareem.
And we've been all right, I mean, this extra time period. There's been a lot to ask for very soon. Harrington defending that box. Jackson Irvine dropping in and covering, helping.
And then the elastic band has been fully stretched on Australia's defence. And the fans are wearing it as well. And it was
Doesn't happen every day.
Lovely touch.
Socceroos, extra time. Can we come up with a lot of magic? And who can do it?
That's the question. Good distance and hope for Irankunda. Looking at the ratio of the percentages. Absolutely perfect, perhaps.
Well, that's up to put your name on the lights. They didn't set up the extra time. And we're at the 32 World Cup.
His first appearance in this World Cup. 10 goals and 38 internationals. Three-man ball. There's the middle. And straight for several of the opposition defense.
Another long throw and the ball coming into the box with the big boys still up. It's been a problem for Egypt.
Well done by Suta. I'm not sure how to think about it. We've double team Harry Suta. And straight
as Egypt looks to break quite quickly. Looks like we're going to see Matty Ryan.
same boat. Fires for the ball and both come off a little whistle there.
Yeah, he was in the ball. It's a great delivery. Chicani just couldn't get his foot defended and drops in from Nestory. Perhaps Harrington behind was in a better position to take that on. But the best opportunity this extra time period.
Socceroos hanging on for dear life. Harry Suter has been immense, and we are headed for penalties. The last time the Socceroos faced penalties, competed in penalties on March 7th, it was the 2019 Asian Cup, a win against Uzbekistan. One moment to play the first minutes this season.
Absolutely, and it's looks very tough for him so far for Australia's Cup. He's I think it shows the character that he does have for the fact that was turned to him to bring him in, and he got on top of that as well. Last time the World Cup, or not the qualifier, wasn't it? We really thought that we should have many was on some goal.
Yeah, I think it's, it's his experience in these moments, and it's all about composure and keeping it alert now in terms of who the penalty takers going to be. We've got some experienced players on the pitch for him to choose the experienced ones, and the ones who want to take it.
Not to be for Egypt to set a penalty around, so he's on the World Cup so far as well. He's been to the goals, so I think that he wants to. In 2019, he showed Zoom on the set up and took that first penalty. He steps up this time.
We've seen who goes first. I think the preference will be really tough to shoot first, and you generally get someone who's confident, who's very well, they start well. I always say being a penalty shootout for the player, being a penalty shootout as a coach as well, and both are awful.
Yeah, it's the team itself in here. The tension is incredible to experience this, but I mean, we've got the talent, it's just about boys doing what they're shot with conviction. I think that's the only thing.
You saw penalties in your time watching, or was it technique?
Often, I didn't say a great deal of my teammates and seniors, so it's the thing with the boys. Yeah, and I think we're surprised. We had a little surprise here. I don't think we were seeing this coming, and it's the front run that comes along.
Well, we didn't see it coming in, but does that mess with the heads of the opportunities and everything?
Exactly, you know what you're preparing for.
Belief in your own shot, hit the corner, hit the line, you score. So, and it's kind of easy to that. So, we'll see how this plays out. So,
He's actually getting that toss to take that first penalty.
It's not a very difficult answer. I think you do like to go first, and then you want to go first. So you want to go first because you're assuming that you're going to go score and put pressure on your opposition. If you go first and you miss, then it's a different ball again. So I don't think there's any real massive
There's a size behind it, probably, if you go first, to win the extra penalty shootout. But I think it's a striker or anyone that's taking the pain, I think that's safe.
The Socceroos side may run with that captain's armband back firmly on his arm as he heads toward the goal after this penalty shootout knocks out on the outside of the Ukraine. There's a big bay of goals, 100 goals. We're at the end there at that real moment for the Socceroos. Let's take it back to Constantine. David, back to you, and we'll go to you for the penalty shootout.
Australia. Of course, we know what happened in 2022 against Peru. There was no one making way at Andrew Redmayne. And that 7-1 in Australian football history. But a man that largely helped Levante stay up in La Liga this season. That's the responsibility between the posts for Australia.
He's been a captain, he's been a fantastic servant, all the lines now to professional. He's had a fantastic season. The shoes on the foot, right now, very strong.
30 before Andrew Redmayne made a famous save against Peru in Qatar. So much experience and so much of Australian football. And there's some great emotion on the shoulders. A short one. If this goes in, Egypt goes through. The 25-year-old from the Zelda drop playing his 15th international. Matt Ryan trying to apply that psychological pressure. What's on? After the minute. We'll see that Egypt through.
Represent
themselves again here, first everyone. And there's a painful great sprint score this young Australian team, that's for sure. And heartbreak that very soon they did so much to get to this point. Heartbreak for Barlow there. It's going to be his last opportunity at this level. And the tears are flowing for him. That's on myself. And we're going to keep it in Egypt.
Heartbreak in Dallas for the Socceroos, and again, it couldn't be decided in regulation time, couldn't find a winner in extra time. It is Egypt with a history-making win in knockout football. Egypt, who progresses to the round of 16. Martin Oden, Sarah Walsh, Tommy Orr, absolute heartbreak for the Socceroos. Harry Soutar, who was immense in that game, Rosie, stepped up, brave enough to take the first penalty, didn't burn so.
It's obviously it's devastating. It's never ever a nice way to lose, especially for our
Folks, thanks a lot for coming out to Tumbalong Park. It's a tough way for it to finish. Appreciate all the energy, folks. All the quarterfinals and finals games are being shown here at Tumbalong Park. We're going to continue to follow the tournament. Keep your heads up though, folks. Look after each other on the way home. Thanks for bringing the positive energy back, folks. Stay strong, Socceroos.
When we lose, we